Hello guys. I am going to show you today how to make fried pork, which is Haitian style griot, right? Once again, I'm going to show you a clip of how to make easy and simple griot. You don't need all the APs, it's just quick, easy, and simple. Okay, so I have 2 pounds of pork shoulder, right? Now we're going to clean, rinse off. I'm gonna show you how my childhood favorite, grown up any like type of communion, baptism, birthday party, griot. Griot was like the thing, along with that black rice. But today we're basically gonna concentrate on this, and then there'll be a whole other video on how to make the pricklies, the jonjon, which is a black rice, very popular also at Haitian parties. This is normally paired up with this. You can't go, like, you just can't have griot and not have the jonjon and your pricklies. But let's get started. So right now we have 2 pounds of pork shoulder here, already cut up into chunks. Normally you can go to your local butcher and get it cut up for you. You don't want it too small because once you boil it, it tends to shrink. So you don't want it too small. Normally I get it cut medium cut. So this is a package for this tutorial that I was able to get because the butcher was closed and they wasn't able to cut my meat for me. So then you add a little water to it, and in that water you're going to add some vinegar to purify it, clean it. And then on the sideline here on the stove top, I have water, hot water boiling. Normally too, that can simplify, that could be done with the hot water from the tap water if your water is hot enough. But the way I was taught growing up, you would put some hot water to boil it, then you'll dunk it in there to another step of purification. So then in here, this is the water, the bath you're going to give it and soak it in. Then you're gonna add a little bit of salt. Then you add a little vinegar in there. Then you get, so I have sour orange. It's not sour orange. You're going to squeeze the juice on a bowl that you'll use later to marinate it. Then you throw this in here. Then you squeeze either lime or orange or both. For this tutorial, I'm using 1 lime, a half a lime, a whole see that sour orange? Okay. Then you'll use that to wash it off. And then the other half, I'm going to put it in my water that I have. And the sour orange is real helpful in getting this beautiful brown color. That's what I was told, that's why it's good to use sour orange. So this is what you're pretty much doing. So you wash it off. Put this to the side. Put this over here. So in this pot, I have the water going. And this is what I'm going to soak, boil. See, and some hot water. And you don't want to leave it in there for too long. Don't tell anybody, right? I'm just doing this because it's how my mom taught me. Sometimes I actually have skipped this portion and just washed it off the way I showed you earlier. And then I just added my seasoning, not seasoning, but salt. That's all this requires. So when it gets like white like this and it's not reddish pinkish when it gets like this, then this is fine. So in this water I added earlier vinegar, a little bit of salt, right? I added salt. I would say I added about like half a teaspoon. So this is it. That's good. So then when it gets like that, then you transfer it, you take that out of the water, add it to your bowl or the pot that you're going to cook it in. Yeah, this is rather a small amount. We're going to rinse off my pot. Then we're going to transfer our clean pork, and then we're going to marinate it. Okay, that easy. Now it's time to marinate. Okay, so this is a lime, lemon, and sour orange concoction that I have put to the side. So this is the time you're going to put that over it. And then I already have here, I'm using red and green bell peppers that goes into our mix. Red and green bell peppers. You can pretty much use whatever bell pepper you have on hand. Preferably I like to use green. Then this is Italian parsley that goes in there. And then I'm using fresh thyme. And then we're adding in my Scotch bonnet pepper, just one. And then I'm going to add a little bit of more acid in there. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid store-bought sour orange, just a tad bit extra. So that's that. And then now we're going in with the salt. And for this purpose, this is a small batch, we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of Himalaya salt. So I'm sprinkle that all over it. And you don't have to wait a couple of hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. And you just take it straight to the stove top under medium heat. You cover it, let it simmer. It will produce its own juice. At that point, when this the juice has reduced, you'll stick a fork in your pork to see if it has cooked enough to the point where you can fry it. It doesn't have to be cooked all the way through, because the frying process is also going to cook it. Okay? Put your lid on and wait for the magic to happen. See, this only has been in here for less than 5 minutes. You see the amount of juice it's already producing. So the liquid that was in here was the lime, lemon, sour orange that was set aside, and a little bit of sour orange juice that I had put afterwards. And you see, this is enough to basically cook it down. Okay guys, so now this has totally reduced. So now I'm gonna go in and see if it's tender enough. Okay. Okay, so the water that was in there earlier was not enough to cook it all the way through. So I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit more. Let's add about 2 cups of water. Let that boil down. Not even 2 cups. Okay, so we're gonna let that reduce down some, and then we should be ready to fry it up. Now you see, guys, now we're ready to fry it up. Now it's soft and tender enough. See? And then if you'd like to, the remaining broth, you can actually create a gravy or sauce out of it. It could be, it could be tomato based, or you could leave it like this. and use that to pour all over it along with your leek leaves. Okay, so I'll be back. So now we're going to transfer the pork to a different bowl. Okay, now here's the final step. We're getting ready to fry up our little beauty. So this is what I did. I separated, poured the griot into a separate bowl, and now we're going to fry it. Okay, guys? Wait for it to get nice and golden brown. We'll take out some crispy enough. We don't want it too hard. See all that deliciousness? You see that? See, I garnished it with some sweet peppers and onions. I'm just waiting for a few pieces left in there. Don't you knock it until you try it, guys. You won't regret it. Mmm.